Welcome, everybody. Here we are. It's Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday, and you are tuning into the Healthy Trinity Show. That's right. You are in the right spot where you're supposed to be right now. So, how are you? Everybody's doing great. Everybody's good. I hope so. Let's start the show. It's already September. Can you believe that? I know we always talk about it and we're like, oh my God, it's already March. It's already summertime. The year's half gone. Well, the year is like 2/3 gone now. It's crazy. Where has the time gone? 2022 feels like it just flew by, and I don't know. Does that happen? Just time keeps speeding up for everybody. It must. Anyway, we got a good show for you today. You know what? Every day, every week is a good show. That's for sure. But I'm really excited about today. When I announced my guest, I had a lot of people reaching out to me going, I'm really excited for this. Oh my God, her story is amazing. And she's so much, she's fun. She's great. She's awesome. So I'm super excited too. I can't wait for this. Before we bring her in, before we bring Tarah in, I just want to, as always, I just have a little something I want to put from my head to yours. Sometimes we have to let the past die before the future can be born. Sometimes that past has to just go away. All the things that we were holding on to, all the ways that we thought were really good for us, or really were doing well for us. If we look at where we're at in the present, sometimes we realize that what we thought before isn't serving us. And because of those thoughts, you really haven't gotten anywhere of where you wanted to go. So we have to let the past die. We have to give up those thoughts. We have to give up some of the goals that we have that just aren't serving us, or the motivations, or the vehicles we were using to get to those goals. You got to give them up. You got to change. You have to evolve. And I think that in my experience and perspective, we have a lot of trouble doing that. We have a lot of trouble giving up of what we thought was the way to go, or what we thought was what we wanted, because we realize in the present, I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. So just a little food for thought there, you guys. Maybe sometime we need to think about that. Let's let the past die. Move on. Well, it's an interactive show, as you know. So when you come in, say hello, wave at me, say hello to Tarah. Let us know where you're watching from, because we want to know where our audience is coming from. And if you have any questions, any shout outs, any love you want to pour out to us, go ahead and do that, and we'll read your comments on screen. We will, if you have any questions, we'll read them out loud. So let's get started with our guest. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a nurse. She's a health coach. She's an outdoor enthusiast. She is a lot of things. And one of those things she is awesome. So, Tarah. Well, there she is, the lady of the hour, half hour. Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. I love that intro, by the way.
Yeah, I'm good.
That was awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on the show today. Like I said, when I told sorry, work on my tattoo, and it's like all like scabbed over right now. So I'm like trying not to don't pick at your tattoo. Sorry, squirrel. Sometimes I get a little distracted. No, when people were found out that you were coming on the show, they were very excited because you're one of those people that are amazing. That like it's funny as when we first got on before the show started, and I asked you, I'm like, how are you doing today? You're like, oh my god, I have so much energy. It's just such a great day. So you're always just every time I've seen you, every time I've talked to you, you're just always up for it. You're up for life. You're up for the challenge, and you're ready to go. So we really appreciate that when we have people like that in our lives. So thank you for being you.
Yeah.
Sabrina says hi. She's on. Amy's giving you fire.
Awesome.
And
Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Amy.
Amy gave you the hi shout out.
Yes.
Love it. So Tarah, again, thanks for coming on today. Guys, if you have questions for Tarah, please let us know. But we're here for a reason. We're here for a purpose, and that is for you, Tarah, to be able to share your story of where you were when you decided to make an investment in your own health and how this has benefited you. And, if there's people out there that just are in the same spot that you were, that there's hope for them, that there is a different way, that there is something out there for them that will match what they want in life. And if you've done it, they can do it too. Mm-hmm. So let's start in with your story, Tarah. Let us know where you were when you found health. Why did you want to change your health?
Yeah, so 2018, beginning of 2018, January, I was pretty much at my breaking point in my health. I had pretty much tried just about everything to lose weight. I was overweight, diabetic, or pre-diabetic, I should say. I had a 2-year-old and 4-year-old at the time, and just no energy to even want to like play with my kids. And I also have a condition called PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and been struggling with that for like 10 years prior to 2018. And so just totally frustrated. I would do these either fad diets or I would do these crazy workouts, for a month, and then I would gain all my weight back, or I would get frustrated and just go back to my old habits. And so I was on a bunch of medications, and I really didn't like working out or anything. And then I reluctantly reached out to a friend of mine who's my coach, and she told me about the program. And I was like, okay, I'll give this a try. But I was very just like, it's just another one of those things, and it's not going to work for me. And 3 months later, I was down 30 pounds in 3 months, and went off of all of my medications for PCOS. Wow. So this is for the ladies only. I was not having a regular cycle every month. I would either not have one at all, or it would be like 60, 70 days before I would get another cycle. And I had cysts that would burst on my ovaries, which was very uncomfortable. And I was able to, after I lost the 30 pounds, I was able to get my normal cycles back again, which is huge. As far as the pre-diabetic goes, I am no longer pre-diabetic. I am off the metformin and all of that stuff. And I was able to drop my A1C from 5.9 to 4.9. So, and my doctor was blown away.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and tons of energy, like just, for life, and got my confidence back, even as a mom and a wife. So yeah, I mean, it was huge for me, and I mountain bike now like crazy and paddleboard, and I'm very active. And gosh, if he would have told me I was doing all of that 4 years ago, I would have just been like, what? Like, I would have laughed in your face, because that just was so not me and where I was at.
So was it what was hindering you before from being so active, right? Mountain biking. Cause mountain biking, that's a serious thing, man. That's pretty adventurous right there, and paddleboarding and all that. So what was it before that? And I'm kind of like trying to pit up the, was it the lack of confidence in what you could do with your body, or was it, I just wasn't feeling up to it, and I was overweight, and I had all these other medical issues. So what was it more that you were like, you know what, I'm going to try mountain biking. I'm going to do it. Like, what was it that really tipped you to, try that stuff?
Yeah. Honestly, I hated working out. Like, all that extra weight on me, it was not enjoyable at all. It didn't feel good to work out at all.
Yeah.
I didn't have the energy, honestly, to put into it. And after losing the 30 pounds, I was like, holy crap. Like, I thought it was going to feel the same way as before.
Yeah.
And it was a totally different experience. And I was like, holy crap, it feels amazing working out and having 30 pounds off. It was just like, yeah. And what actually got me into mountain biking was I had a couple coworkers that mountain biked, and my husband does as well. And I was like, I'll just try it, and just fell into it and loved it, and like I said, after losing the 30 pounds, it was so much easier and it was more fun, to do those things. So,
well, not only are you like a recreational mountain biker, but aren't you like a competitive mountain biker? Like, don't you do races and stuff?
I have done a couple races. Yes, I have. So that was fun. That was a good experience. Checked off my bucket list.
That's like next level stuff right there. When you start taking something that you love doing as just, a passion, and you're like, I'm going to step it up and I'm going to make it competitive. That's next level stuff right there. Right. So
yeah.
Kudos to you for doing races and stuff. That's good for you, man. That's crazy. So, you dropped your weight, you got your confidence back. Was it tough for you to do this program? Was this hard for you?
No.
Okay, good answer. No.
It was honestly like the easiest thing that I could have done, because it's like a lot of it's just ready to go, and at that time, I'm not doing nursing right now, but at that time, at my nursing job, it was so convenient, and just to do the fuelings and everything throughout my day. And, with the lean and greens, it was just simple. Like, like I remember my first week I had like chicken and salad, and I was okay with that. But then I branched off to other recipes and things like that. And now I still continue to eat that way, and really just watch what I eat and eat healthy, because I know how it makes my body feel, But as a busy mom and a nurse and everything, like, program was so easy. It was perfect.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, the biggest things that I know a lot of my clients will remark on is they love how simplistic it is to just for the nutrition portion of this is just to have those we call them fuelings, just to grab and go, or just they're right there. Like, you don't have time to, like you said, you were a busy nurse and a mom and everything else, and you don't have time for all that to stop and let's meal prep or like cook 5 times a day. It's just it's easy to just convenient. And then, when you mentioned the lean and greens, how we build our meals, with our lean proteins and our low starchy vegetables, can be chicken and salad, right? It can be as easy and simple as that. And on the same token, it can be as complex as a full meal that you cook, still sticking to those guidelines of being healthy, but seems very decadent as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I love doing this program, is because it teaches you how to cook those meals that you're like, yeah, I don't have to give up the things I like. I don't have to give up those flavors. I don't have to give up, eating certain foods. I just can substitute healthier ingredients and make it a certain way. Or throw, add in spinach and stuff, or cauliflower rice and whatever it is, or using leaner meat. And all of a sudden, your favorite dishes are healthy. Who knew, right? And that's like so bonus for me is that teaches you like almost subconsciously those things, right? So you lost your 30 pounds, 3 months. You unlocked confidence, Tarah. You unlocked a whole new side of you that you're like you long forgotten, right? Medications you didn't have to take anymore. You're feeling better. What did that do for you? I know we said confidence and stuff, but what did that do for you mentally? What else did that unlock for you? Was this like a revelation? Like, because I know for me, like once you started to do that and you just, it's like it unlocked this, I can do anything. I'm pretty awesome. I can do, if I did this, if I dropped this weight with something that I never thought I could do, what else can I do now? And so did you kind of have that moment?
Yeah, absolutely. Like my whole mindset shifted, and coming into program, I remember being very negative about everything, just life, and just being very reactive to everything around me, and not knowing how to like control my emotions and things like that. And now I feel like, you can control your thoughts, and as far as your health goes, what I kept telling myself was, if it's going to be, it's up to me, like I can create whatever I want to create, in my life. And now that I saw the transformation in my health, I'm like, man, what else can I do? And just keep leveling up like over and over and over again. And just personal development wise, I feel like there's just so much growth that has happened, in my mindset and everything too. So I look at things differently. I stay away from the drama and negativity and the news and all that stuff, because it's cancer to your mind, and so our thoughts are so powerful. Like, other than the program, I mean, you don't realize how much you can control just with your thoughts alone.
Yeah. That's amazing. What did you say? If it's going to be,
it's up to me.
It's up to me. You guys write that down, okay? Write that one down. Write it on your bathroom mirror. It's going to be, it's up to me. I like that a lot. And I don't have a pen here, but I will. I'm going to write that on a sticky note. I'm going to put that one up because I like that a lot. If it's going to be, what is it? It's going to be.
Yep. It's up to me.
It's up to me. Thank you. It's up to me. Yes. Gosh, that's a good one. So, learning how to control our emotions, responding differently, understanding that we are more in control than we think we are. You mentioned two words. You mentioned reactivity, and then you talked about being able to control emotions. How did that? I want to specifically focus in on that, because that part, I feel like a lot of people have a lot of trouble with it, and it doesn't. It's kind of like systemic wide. We live by our emotions. Our emotions guide our decisions, right? And when it comes to like comfort, it comes to fear, it comes to our egos, it comes to things. We're just an emotional roller coaster. We're human, I get it, but what are some of the things you use or learned that you could share with us, and how you started to gain control over those emotional reactivity circumstances?
It's a good question. I would say breathing, focusing on your breathing, Even just taking a couple minutes just to like maybe step away, go to a different room, and literally just take a couple deep breaths, and just learn to control that emotion.
Yeah.
And then also just pausing and kind of analyzing your thoughts,
Mm.
and so a lot of our thoughts are not serving us, and we could be lying to ourselves, about what's really going on, and so we can make things bigger than they really are.
Mm-hmm.
So you just really analyzing your thoughts and thinking, is this thought true? How do I know it's true? Is this thought serving me?
Mm.
What can I think about that's maybe going to change the situation? What do I want my outcome to be?
I
So
think that's an important one right there.
yeah, so just thinking about, okay, if I say this, what's that outcome going to be? Or if I do this,
Mm-hmm.
what's my outcome going to be? So just giving yourself that time to just pause and evaluate and just think, and just a couple moments to just get yourself back into that higher thinking brain, right? Because a
Yeah.
lot of times we're in that like Labrador, like just got to go, 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 go,
Very
go,
emotion. Yeah.
very emotionally reactive. And if you give yourself 2 minutes to just get out of that and get into your higher thinking brain, oftentimes you're going to make the decision that's best for, what you want to create.
Absolutely. And, I love that you touched on, the higher thinking brain, because it's one thing to just not to react in a way that we didn't agree with, right? Or later on we say, man, I shouldn't have done that, or I don't want to be that. When we try to correct ourselves based on what we don't want to be is a bit limiting, right? And you touched on it when you said, is this thought serving me? Is it helping me become who I want to become? And you have to know what you do want, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to know what you do want, not just what we don't want. When we're guiding ourselves based on what we don't want, again, I think that's very limiting. So one of the things I know that I'm sure you agree fully with this, is that we have to also understand what we want, right? And I think that goes back to when we first talked to some of our clients, or even when we sat down and we decided we wanted to do this program. One of the first things that our coach asked us was, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Right? What do you want? That's like the first question. And if you don't know what you want, you're going to have a tough time finding the right road. So I implore everybody to just ask themselves that. What do you want? Not what do you not want? What do you want? That's a very freeing revelation.
Yeah.
Right. So you went through these improvements of the higher thinking brain, Tarah. You started responding more logically and not so reactively. Physically, you lost your weight, you have more confidence, you're able to just really just be a participant in life and not a spectator. From there, your journey then turned to what? Did you start being a coach after that? Were you a coach during this time when you were transitioning to, I'm not sorry, transitioning, but making your transformation, or how did that come about? How did your coaching experience come about?
Mm-hmm. So I kind of always knew that I wanted to do something besides nursing in a
Mm-hmm.
capacity of being able to help people, because just seeing sickness over and over and over again, and that Band-Aid approach of just medications and
Mm.
the revolving door, in the hospitals and things like that. And so this program I heard about, and I went ahead and, did it myself, because I was like, okay, I do kind of want to coach, but I want to have my own transformation and want to get healthy myself. And so within 2 weeks of me being on program, all my coworkers were asking me what I was doing. And I was like, okay, I can refer all these people to my coach, or I can coach them myself, which I was
Right.
already planning on doing anyways. So honestly, within 2 weeks of me being on program, I started coaching and helping all my friends and family and coworkers. And so, and then it just kind of grew from there. And honestly, I love it because I get to be on the preventative side of medicine, right?
Yeah.
So preventing people from getting to the point where they're having a heart attack, they're having a stroke, they're having these problems, and preventing them from getting to the hospital in a good way, And
Yeah.
so that just feels a lot more rewarding to me, So
Yeah, I mean, you're literally saving their life probably, and not taking them down or not letting them go down a path of disease and unfulfillment in their life. It's a lot less work too than having to have them wheeled into the ER and then you go to work on them, right? It's a lot better experience, a lot less traumatic.
yeah.
Now I want to touch before we get back to this coaching aspect that you started. I want to go back to something because we started talking about nursing. Now, you as a medical professional, okay, and you have training, you have experience, you have knowledge. How medically sound do you feel that this approach to health is?
Very. I mean, I've seen it in so many of my clients alone. I mean, even just in my father-in-law, I'll give you an example. He had his fifth heart attack, and the cardiologist was literally in his room like, look, I can't do anything more for you. You're going to have to do something. And I offered this program to him. His cardiologist was like, yes, please, get him on something. And
Yeah.
he ended up, he was wheelchair bound. We were potentially talking hospice and all of those things. And he ended up losing 100 pounds and is now out of a wheelchair.
Wow.
And he walks and he gardens and like, it's crazy, And so seeing that and the doctor that actually created this program, Dr. Anderson, being a critical care physician, that like right there has my full support. And just seeing all the changes, just in my clients alone, and seeing cholesterol levels come down to where they can come off their cholesterol medication, blood pressure get better so they can come off of their blood pressure medicines, So honestly, just seeing it with my own eyes, like you can't unsee it, once
Sure.
once you've helped enough people and what like you can't just keep it a secret,
Yeah, I agree. And that's what I think, leads people. And I know you wanted to do coaching before that even happened, but or you thought about it. I feel like a lot of the big driver for people to say, no, I really am a believer in this and I want to pass this forward to others. And like you said, your father-in-law, right? That was your father-in-law that literally changed his life because he followed a simple program.
Yes.
And these are the success stories. And this is the thing is my thought that I had before you came on of, just letting the past die, letting those old thoughts that didn't serve you, let them go. The people that can do that are the people that are successful, right? The people that can't let that stuff go. Well, I'm just going to do it this way. And I've always done it the old fashioned way. And then you're like, well, then why are you even talking to me? You know what I mean? If you have the secret, why are we talking? You're coming to me for better health, but yet you want to hold on to something that didn't work for you before. And I think that is, that's one of the things that we love as coaches is we're able to offer somebody this new way that, man, it's not hard to do. Follow a couple simple steps and you're going to improve all around in your health. So getting back to coaching, and this is something I just want to ask. It just popped in my head. You ready for this one?
Yeah, sure.
What are some of the biggest obstacles? Because you said this was no problem. You did it super easy. What are some of the most common problems, or I'm sorry, obstacles that you've seen your clients encounter, and how do they get over them?
Mm. Oh, so many. I would say
Throw you a curveball there, Tara.
sabotaging spouses is one of them.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. But
Elaborate on that one. Elaborate. What does that mean?
somebody in their house, their spouse brings junk food in, fast food in, they're maybe not too supportive of what they're doing, and they're waiting for their spouse to support them in their health.
Mhm.
When, if I were to give some advice on that, I would go back to, if it's going to be, it's up to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if you still did your thing, and you had your transformation, and then they saw you and you were that light and you could change them,
Yeah.
And so it might be really, really hard in the beginning because they're totally off and they're doing their own thing and they're not being supportive. But what if you could be that light, be that one to help change them? So that's a common obstacle I see. Another one is just like birthday parties and holidays and
Life.
I'm going to start my diet on Monday because, I've got this birthday party over the weekend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many ways around it, like I had so many birthday parties and holidays and things when I was on the program, honestly.
It's
And
life. Life happens. Life
yeah,
isn't going to stop.
those will never go away. They will always be there. And you have to think of it like you're giving up the good for the great, and so this temporarily you're saying no to these things because what do you want? What's on the other side? What's better?
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to fight. It's hard. Nothing comes easy. Having
Right.
this transformation did not come easy. I had to work for it, and but it was worth it. And
Yeah.
so yeah, and just planning ahead, drinking lots of water, eating before the event, taking food with you if you need to, or taking something healthy with you to the party, so that you can eat that and it doesn't feel weird. Just all of those things, so yeah, I would say those.
Yeah, it's like you said, if it's going to be, it's up to me. So you go to the party, you eat before, or you make your own dish to bring to the party so that you can kind of have a little bit of control of what's going on and stick to what your goals are. But again, what does that go back to? It goes back to the very first question that we're ever asked is, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to know that before anything. We've got a question here. How many family members have you helped?
I think I lost track.
That's a good answer.
16, maybe something like that.
16 family members.
Mm-hmm.
You are definitely changing the legacy of your family. You are a legacy changer. That is something to be extremely proud of, that you were able to help guide them to better health.
Mm-hmm.
And their so on and so forth, their kids and everybody. That's just amazing. Yeah. We've got here, okay, Marie says water is so important. And Marie is saying that because Marie is a hydration coach. And I'm starting to work a little bit more with her about how important hydration is, and not only just drinking however many ounces a day, but the type of water we drink is amazing. It has amazing beneficial results for us that we couldn't get just by drinking regular old bottled water, which isn't really that great for us. It's hydration, but there's a lot of additives in there. That's coming up, everybody. So just you wait. Anyway, Sabrina is giving me rectangles. That's great. Thanks, Sabrina, for the rectangles. Sorry, your emojis.
I think it's the smiley faces with the hearts all around them.
Oh, is that what it is? I don't know. Just
lots of love.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay, so those are some of the most common obstacles you've seen your clients encounter. And That is basically right there. I just kind of gave a quick snapshot of what happens when you have a coach. Everybody watching, if you're like, what does that mean to have a coach? Are you my personal trainer? Are you my food police? No, we're not food police. We're not personal trainers. You have obstacles, and we're there to help guide you through them, navigate those waters. Because not only have we been there before, but we've seen other people go through it too. So that is a great, if you can conceptualize what it means to have a coach. Tarah just gave great examples of it and some of the most common things. So hopefully you're paying attention and you understand that there are ways around. You can't just throw up your hands and say, well, I gotta go to a birthday party. I guess I'm off my diet. I'm off my eating plan. I'm off the program, or it's too tough because I just can't do the things that I used to love. Right? There's ways around it. Let the old ways die. There's new ways. Let's go, people. What do you want? How do we get around the obstacles? Right? We're not operating out of fear. We're operating out of abundance. We're operating out of passion. We're operating out of hope. Okay? So there's ways around it. And Tarah just gave amazing ways around the obstacles. I'm sorry, not even ways around the obstacles, Tarah, because the obstacle is what? The obstacle is the way. We go right through those obstacles. We don't go around the mountain. We go over the mountain.
Yeah.
Right? Do I, if I'm running a race, 100-meter hurdles, do I go around the hurdles? No, I go over them. Those are my obstacles I'm going over. And that's how we have to just really view this, right? As our obstacles, we're going to knock them over. We're going to kick them over. We're going to go right through them. So that's golden right there to me, is being able to have that knowledge. So when you when you have people that overcome these obstacles, Tarah, and they achieve what it is that they want, try to explain that feeling. What's that like when somebody hits their goals and they're now taking these before and after pictures and they're buying that dress that they've always wanted to fit into, or like, look at my jeans, I could fit 2 people in here. What does that do for you and your health and your, view on it?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, it motivates me, motivates the hell out of me. And I just feel like so proud, that they did it, and they achieved their goals that they set out, because so many people quit, right when they're so close, they just quit, they quit on themselves, and so it's amazing to watch people transform and change, and it keeps me motivated, honestly, and gives me purpose, and fulfillment. So
look at our little group, we call ourselves Transformers. Right? It's more than means. They're chain breakers, right? We're breaking those chains that have been keeping us in the same spot, right? Those mental challenges, those limits that we put on ourselves, and we don't have those anymore when you hit your goals. And I love that you said it motivates you when you have some of your clients that hit that goal. It's like, man, I'm so pumped up. I'm ready to, you're ready to kick your own health up even a higher notch, right?
Yeah.
And that's like the revolving, to me, it's like a revolving cycle, right? It's a self-perpetuating thing, because you see people that are doing, and you're doing better, and then they're doing better, and you're doing better, and everybody just continues to level up with their health. And that's one of the things I love about this. So anyway, yeah, so that's just one of the things that keeps me fired up, not only for me to continue being, there for my clients and coach, but to continue doing these shows and things, because people need to hear what you say. People need to hear what, how you've overcome certain obstacles, and how you, and your story of where you were with the PCOS and your medications, and you got off that and you lost the weight. Now you have confidence. People need to hear these stories, Tarah, and I appreciate you so much for being so open and honest with everything that where you were to what you went through to where you are now. And then we come to the question of where's Tarah going now? What's next for you in your health and in your business? So what does
Yeah.
the next couple of years look like for you?
Honestly, just keep leveling up in my health. You know, like the journey to your health never ends. It's a constant work in progress. You know, so a lot of people, they think that, oh, if I lose 30 pounds, then everything will be great and I'll never have to work at my health again, you know, but the truth is you gotta constantly keep setting goals. Like, what's next? You know, where am I going next? And so for me, I'm in the phase of just strength, you know, getting my muscles strengthened and toning and just keep optimizing, you know. And I side note too, my health history, I also have a cardiac condition where my heart rate would get super duper high, SVT. And I've had a couple of cardiac ablations and everything like that. And so my resting heart rate normally would be 100, 110.
Whoa.
And yeah. And so, and ever since I started mountain biking and doing all these things and being really active in the program, my little Fitbit here tells me my resting heart rate is like 70s.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that motivates me like crazy too. And just seeing that I can change that. And so just keep taking this like next level. Like, I'm not going backwards. I know where that was and I know how I felt and I know that girl, and I don't desire to go back to her anymore. And so and then personal health or personal development, just keep growing my mind, reading, you know, business wise, just keep going, just putting myself out there, you know, and leading with my health, and just keep growing my business.
That's amazing. Those are amazing goals. And I like the analogy of the ladder, climbing the ladder. You hit one rung, what's the next one? What's the next one?
Yeah.
And something that's super important, I feel, is to continue leveling up. And that's how we level up, is by setting higher goals each time. So thank you. Well, Tarah, thank you so much for being so open and honest and transparent with everybody with your advice and everything that you've come through. So we totally appreciate you so much.
This is fun.
Before we go, that's what I always like to do, is I always like to say, all right, there is somebody out there watching this program, Tarah, that has kind of heard what you had to say and kind of in the same spot that you were, and they're kind of on the fence. They're not quite sure that this is something that they want to do, or what do they do? There's so many things out there that they don't even know what's up and what's down. What do you say to them to push them forward, to get them off the fence?
What's the worst that can happen?
There it is. What's the worst that could happen?
You know, just try and see.
That's right.
What's the worst that can happen? You know, you're more than likely going to get healthier. So,
well, you know, the thing is, when people do this program as intended, I've never seen it not work for anybody.
Yep.
When people follow this how it's supposed to be done, always works.
Yes.
But who's that up to, right? If it's going to be, it's up to me.
It's up to me.
I love that theme which just reoccurred through this whole program. That was awesome. And letting the past die. That was good. We really teamed up on that one. And we didn't mean to.
Yes.
Okay, last thing. Any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
My dad, Tom Rollinger.
There he is right there. Tom said he loves your attitude, Tarah.
Yes, I'm guessing my mom's probably
listening.
Did you
always love her attitude when she was a teenager? Was that attitude
probably not.
Awesome?
I was a pretty bad teenager, so.
Yeah.
Yes, and my coach, Sabrina May, who's on, she is the reason why I'm here, honestly. So, yes, definitely have to give her a big shout out.
Great. Good. Well, Tarah, thank you so much for pouring into us. Truly appreciate it. You are a gem. And we just love you. So thank you so much for coming on today and sharing.
Yeah.
All right. Tell Chris I said hi too.
Okay, I will.
All right, good. All right, everybody. We'll be back next week with another Healthy Trinity show. Until then, let the past die. Make some good choices. And if it's going to be, it's up to you. It's up to me. So, all right, everybody. Have a good week. And we'll catch you next Tuesday for another wonderful Transformation Tuesday and Healthy Trinity show. Take care.